All right, guys, Shotty T here with another Alliance War video. This is war number 2 for season 24. Like I said, I'm just knocking out a whole bunch of videos today. We're gonna, like I said, post the first 2 at least today, and then we're gonna schedule the other ones to get released over the next few days. That way there's something on the channel every day. So once again, Protect is the global, and I believe we're about to start war number 6 for the season. So far it's been Protect. Like I said, it's not really that difficult. Obviously, you're still gonna have your troublesome nodes opponents, like you saw with that Killmonger against with Sorcerer, and you'll see that I'll have a chance to redeem myself with that same fight this war. But first fight here, we have a rogue on ebb and flow knockdown. And anytime I face a rogue opponent in war, I'm just going to assume they have high limber. So it's just no point of parry attacking unless you're going to parry straight into a special, like really quick. Like if you're going to try to parry, attack, it's a risky proposition. So really the fight against rogue on limber, I mean, hitting into the block debate heavy. I mean, obviously that's a strategy against anyone. And depending on the type of reach your champion have, you can also dash back light, counter her medium attack. It doesn't work for everyone, but for someone like Warlock, that can definitely happen. I didn't showcase that this fight. I kept it more simple. Another thing you can do, and again, this depends on the reach of your champ, is like heavy counter. Like counter her heavy with your heavy, or you can counter her special attack with your heavy attack as well. And of course, it requires better spacing. So here we're just going to try to see if we can sneak in some health here, but I have her in assassin's range, so this will probably kill her anyway. But if it doesn't, I can get some free heal, but unfortunately I don't. It's all good though. We don't really have Warlock slated for a lot of fights. We brought him, of course. He does have good synergy with magic, and there's going to be one particular fight that magic is going to be useful for. So right now we're just staring at the screen waiting to fight the next fight. But the reality is we just had problems connecting to our network. So we just waited out. And unfortunately I didn't edit this part out. But let's let you guys know that I do experience problems connect to the network as well. It doesn't happen while I'm fighting, thank God. And I try to make sure that if I'm going straight from an arena or a side quest or anything straight into war, I reset the game, because it doesn't happen every time. But sometimes when you go straight from arena to war, the game will time out in the versus screen or when you're about to load the fight. So, but we're still waiting for the connection to the network. Yeah, the game has went rogue. Has gone rogue. Anyway, I think at that point we decided to just reset the game. We're gonna be waiting forever. All right, so next fight here we got Hit Monkey and Knockdown. We're going to use Sorcerer here. Doesn't really matter. I guess Sorcerer helps from standpoint if you apply a slow debuff, I guess. But it really doesn't matter. Because if you knock him down, he's just going to shrug off the debuff anyway. So it doesn't matter if I put a slow debuff. So here, I'm just going to keep it simple. Going to go ahead and apply an armor break with my SP3. Knock him down here. I probably could have knocked him down before I did this SP3, but it's okay. And as you guys noticed there, that SP3 did not count towards the ebb and flow knockdown. Apparently, it only happens with the SB1 and the SB2, and of course, regular knockdowns. Now, when Hitmonkey has that orange passive, that means the very next debuff he's guaranteed to shrug it off. So if you try to parry him, I'm going to do it again just to purposely get rid of it. He's going to counter it every time. And if he has that purple active, then there's a pretty much almost a guaranteed chance he's going to evade the very next attack. So you just kind of treat it like Spider-Man. You just short combo, purposely bait the the evade, because if you do like a first medium or light attack up to the third light attack, you can recover if they evade. So next fight, we're gonna use Sorcerer Supreme. Now this is where the slow debuff will come into play, because Iron Man Infinity War is a little bit of an annoying fight on this particular node, because you have to rely on reparry if you're not intercepting, and especially when it gets to below 15%, it's almost you're like exclusively relied on reparry or heavy counter. But of course you can't heavy counter in this case because he has that unstoppable. But with Sorcerer Supreme, I can bypass that by putting a slow debuff, and I just go ahead and throw it there. You can't punish me. I just wanted to make sure I got it in before it expired. And he's racking up the armor breaks pretty quickly. But again, this fight is never a threat of timing out because of the low health pool. So as you can see there, I just interrupted his heavy because I had a slow debuff on him. So we're going to reapply it again. And the goal is just to maintain it throughout the whole fight. Unfortunately, I can't really build myself to SB3 to have a permanent slow every time I throw a special. I mean, I guess I could time it that way if I get him not to throw one. But the AI for Iron Man Infinity War pretty much throws a special every time he's at the bar of power, even whether you're close or far from him. So the chance of you building 3 bars of power is pretty slim. You definitely don't want him to steal it from you either. So just keep throwing SP1s. And again, we got the slow debuff. Now slow, unfortunately, doesn't apply for auto block. But he still wasn't able to punish. I was far enough from him, I would have recovered anyway if he tried to retaliate. So we're gonna apply the slow debuff once again. So it's a very methodical fight here. Again, he throws his SP1. Right now he's at 15%. He's auto blocking again. Once again, it's just too far to punish it. So now it's all about heavy counter at this point. And there will be a little bit of a, I guess we just decide just heavy counter with heavy attack. Just end that fight. So here we go. I was originally gonna fight Namor Warlock, but somebody beat me to it. It's all good. That was another fight, reason why I brought Warlock for that particular fight. But slow, we got a Korg on node 23. You guys seen from my previous war videos from seasons past, this is a very popular placement for Korg. This is the very first one of the season. Unlike Luke Cage, this is who you normally see, either him or the likes of Nick Fury. So we have this going on here. So we put the slow debuff on him, so that allows me to do a full 5-hit combo and not worry about the Mixed Master evade. We're just gonna keep reapplying the slow, and if he doesn't have rock stacks, he can't shrug it off either. I think I get hit there. All right, just gonna regen and apply another slow debuff. fight pretty much under control here. As you can see, that regeneration is building up. I think I have it like at SIG 80 now, so that regeneration is a little bit stronger. So it's possible in a very methodical fight, you can finish you can gain a substantial amount of health during the fight. So go ahead and throw the SB3 with the armor break phase. And we got a lot of runes on myself, so that did pretty good damage with that SB3. Got a perfect intercept there. And there we go. So we got down to 50-something%, finished it at 79%. All right. So this next fight, this is why we brought magic primarily. There are some other fights that we're bringing magic for, but this is the main fight. So Apocalypse, he's a pretty annoying defender. This node highlights it even more because of kinetic transfer. I mean, his specials can be evaded, but it's very risky to do that in Alliance War. So a lot of times you just block it, but blocking it will cause kinetic transfer. And next thing you know, you almost got a cycle of him just throwing specials. And on top of that, you got the Footloose, where he has an unstoppable and evade after that. So what we do with magic, we just do a power boost. So we purposely take a combo to the face. And of course, the first thing you have to make sure, if you're going to do this strategy with magic, you're going to do a power start boost, make sure that Limbo is propped at the beginning of the fight. If it doesn't prop, then you're taking a combo in the face for nothing, because you're not going to heal that health back. And so you got time to make that decision. So I immediately saw that Limbo was triggering, so I had let go of blocking, purposely took hit to the face, and the whole purpose of that was just to build power, because getting hit by the opponent, your power builds higher than it is when you're on the offense. So, and of course that works in reverse for the opponent as well. So I wanted to make sure that I got a head start to an SP2 and throw that, power lock him, and he doesn't get a chance to throw a special attack for the whole fight. So for those who ever have to face a Apocalypse on that node, that is the strategy. Of course, the only thing it requires is a power start boost, but you get those pretty frequently, not as much as they should. I've got quite a few combat regeneration boosts and vulnerability boosts, but power boosts don't come that often for some reason. But I think I got 2 left. But this is another magic fight. So as you can see, magic is in the air. All right, so we're gonna nullify that Fury there. That way I don't have to worry about that auto block when I intercept him. And I'm not gonna intercept him yet. Of course, the main focus is, of course, to get to that SB2. But we're getting there methodically. All right, I think at this point I decided to just go ahead and let's build to SB2. That's the guaranteed way to get more damage done. But I guess we decided to go at it one more time with the SP1 to nullify his buff. Unfortunately, it didn't nullify his Fury. So at this point, I'm almost to the point. I'm just gonna get to SP2 and we'll just do the fight that way. All right, almost got it. Now, once he gets to 75 Nova charges, if I try to intercept him, I'm gonna get parried. So obviously, and unfortunately, he got there. He was dodging it. He was dashing at me as I was going at him, because he was at 62, and he quickly got to 75. So that's why I got parried there. But we got the intercept either way. It was a painful way to get an intercept. I prefer not to get it that way. So as you can see there, he auto blocked me that time, but he didn't have 75 charges, so that's why I did not get parried. So he is pretty annoying to fight in certain situations. Like you'll parry him and then you start a combo and he just auto blocks you. And sometimes that can lead to a parry. So he can be pretty annoying defender. And here's the other fight we brought Warlock for. And this is gonna be a clinic on how to fight Domino, if I recall. I don't think I make too many crazy mistakes this fight. So she has that double medium attack, and the way to fight her is that when she dashes at you with that, you immediately backdraft and light counter or medium counter, depending on what type of reach your opponent's medium light attack has. Dash back light counter is the safest if your champ can reach that far. Like I said, some are very short, but it has such a lag time, you can still retaliate it with a medium. Now this fight, I ended up having a phone call in the middle of the fight, so unfortunately it cut the recording short, and I'm glad that my phone actually is updated to the point where whenever I do get a phone call, it doesn't take me to a whole different screen. It actually just shows the call on the top of the screen where I can choose to answer the call or not. And of course I declined the call and just kept fighting. But what it did, it stopped the recording instantaneously. So unfortunately this fight is going to get cut short. But this is the fight that I died last war. But I did redeem myself. So I'll go ahead and use that spoiler. I did redeem myself. I did take another combo, but fortunately it wasn't an SB2. The SB2, I mean, as you saw in that last video, it took quite a bit of my health. So as long as I don't get hit by that, I'm pretty good. But I think I ended up taking a combo where I had some bleed supplied to me, and it got me down to like 30% health, and of course it took some chip damage. But again, I finished the fight without dying, but unfortunately that phone call in the middle of fighting, couldn't control that. So I wasn't gonna stop this fight to get the recording back started. Just rolled with it. You guys pretty much saw how that other fight strategy wise went. I did the same thing in this fight. But so now we got Warlock versus Domino part 2. Now this one is not gonna go as smooth as the first one. Kind of mess up, but still get the job done at the end of the day. Now this node adds, of course, you got brute force, so you have to be somewhat aggressive. But also, whenever the opponent evades, they gain power. So the only way Domino can evade is if she gets lucky. So, and not sure what happened there. And we just start staring at each other for a while there. So she has a higher % chance to evade whenever she's unlucky. So I just decided to let that lucky wear off. And I was prepared. I always anticipate the evade and be ready to retreat. So things are going pretty smooth so far. But I think that might have thrown me off. I mean, of course, I finished the combo and we were able to recover. So really it was just that right there. Not sure what I was trying to accomplish there. I just went straight in and got hit in the face. So it was just an ill-advised mistake. Like I said, I'm not sure what I was trying to accomplish there. But fortunately, I have the class advantage, and I did boost. So this war is a little bit closer than the other war. She did parry me, but once again, I did not get stunned. I think the infection saved me, combined with the assassins. So assassins, as you guys saw in 2 straight wars now, has kept me from dying. We had someone else one shot Dragon Man with Torch, and we ended up winning the war. But please enjoy. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, and hope you have a great day.